Hello guys, welcome to weekly outlook here on the DXY, the pound USD here, and gold. I'm going to be starting with gold. Gold is quite looking simple here. We broke to the upside and we've been creating consistent higher highs and higher lows, so we're obviously in an uptrend. So what I'm anticipating, since after the break of this consolidation, it is normal for price to pull back to these regions here and possibly continue to the upside. Now, if I slide down here on the daily time frame, you would see we had two huge bullish candles ending the last week. Back on the 4 hours time frame and sliding down to the 1 hour, I can just put a mark here on the highs made, which was 25.86. okay. All right, a break of that, we should probably just be looking out for opportunities to continue to the upside. But from the 4 hours perspective here, I would anticipate that price would pull back, create some kind of bearish structure and pull back to this region potentially before it continues to the upside, either to equal this high or possibly break, retest, and continue. This might take a couple of weeks though, a week or two, in order to look for a confluence. We could pull up our fib and try to check out this low to this high here, and you see these regions coincides with the 50% retracement, which is more like very close, and it's perfect around 61.8 retracement region. So this would be a very good place to continue with the bias to the upside. In the meantime, when price opens, we might want to look out for some kind of double top here or inverse head and shoulder pattern here to join in a little bit like a temporary retracement to this region. But you have to be very good at spotting price retracement to be able to join that. Otherwise, you just wait for price to come pick up orders around 25-30 regions. That's that for gold. And over here on DXY, basically we've seen price create like a double top here. If we go over to the daily time frame, it will make more sense. We keep having lower lows, lower high, lower lows, lower highs, and this lower high here kind of like a double top. What I'm anticipating is a price to continue to the downside. At most, we're looking at targets at 99.70 regions. So the point here is a possibility of price breaking 100.56, or let's call it 100.50 region this week is there. If we slide back to the 4 hours time frame, what I'm looking out for is a little bit of a pullback to this, region here of 101.30, and then let me take that off. Okay, something like this is what I'm possibly looking to see happen. Something like a retracement a little bit to this point here, and then a continuation to 100.70. If it breaks, then we'll be looking at a break retest and then a continuation to the downside. Let me put that on the 8 hours time frame and see if that's okay. Let me see here. So put that up and you can just say something of that nature. All right, otherwise I don't see this happening, but the only way I'll be looking for bullish DXY is price breaking back 101.83. okay. All right, so basically this is what I'm looking out for. Price might still want to come back here, but it's fine. But the most important thing is we might get like a retracement and then a continuation. But the most important thing is to see price break 100.61, a retest, and then a continuation to the downside. So that's that for the DXY. Okay, next let's look at pound USD. Similarly with the confluence from DXY, we've seen price make a higher high, came back here to retest these regions of good resistance on support. We've seen this rejection here. Now price looks like we want to now continue to the upside. It's also forming a pattern that might look like a very beautiful pattern right here. So I might want to possibly look for another leg to the upside here. Okay, another leg to the upside. So basically what I'll be looking out for is something of this nature. Let me put that off first. Okay, let me extend this a little bit. So I'm basically looking out for something like this. possibly, okay, a break, retest, and so on. Okay, on the daily time frame here, we might want to anticipate the next possible areas where price might want to go, which is 1.34. okay, 1.34. so something of this nature. Let me go back to the 4 hours time frame. So more like we want to see price retest, come back like a market open to retest this region, pick up orders, and then we can possibly come break this downward trend line here, and possibly here that has held up as a resistance previously. If it breaks, we can retest there and keep going to the upside. So I'm actually bullish on the pound USD. The only thing that will might make us to look for short is if price breaks below 1.3030, or let's say 3025. Anything below these regions, then we could look for sales. That's that for the weekly outlook. I'll see you guys for weekly recap during the weekends. Make sure you back some pips this week, and ciao.